For years, enterprise marketing automation has relied on deterministic, if-then logic. Developers build static flowcharts to map out every possible customer journey. The problem is human behavior is entirely unpredictable. When a user deviates from the programmed path, these rigid flowcharts shatter. They cannot process edge cases. The necessary evolution is cognitive routing. Instead of pre-programming a path, an artificial intelligence dynamically decides the next step based on the real-time context of a conversation. Historically, a major bottleneck prevented this. Granting a large language model direct execution control over enterprise databases creates a massive security vulnerability. The industry does not require smarter AI models to solve this. It requires a secure execution infrastructure to make autonomous AI safe to deploy. Vinkius operates as the critical middleware infrastructure designed specifically to solve this execution bottleneck. This core architecture relies on a Model Context Protocol, or MCP, a standardized bridge linking central AI to external tools securely. Vinkius operates this at scale, hosting over 3,400 active MCP servers. Vinkius completely encloses this vast centralized network to operate secure headless operations. This secure infrastructure upgrades a model like Claude from a passive conversational chatbot into an autonomous enterprise-grade orchestration engine. Building API integrations traditionally requires engineering teams to spend weeks managing keys and custom webhooks for every new platform. Vinkius bypasses this process through a zero-friction installation. The setup is triggered via a single command line interface prompt. Consider the integration of the WhatsApp Business Alternative MCP. Executing that single command, Claude Code discovers 8 distinct functional tools in less than 2 minutes, allowing it to send templates, to audit profiles, and draft messages. This discovery happens entirely dynamically at runtime. The developer completely avoids configuring anything inside the complex Meta developer dashboard. Rapid, frictionless tool discovery instantly injects these headless capabilities straight into an active marketing environment. Handing an AI direct access to operations introduces a strict enterprise requirement, preventing the system from leaking personally identifiable information. Vinkius solves this using a 3-tiered security layer. The first is an automated data loss prevention, or DLP, filter. Here, data routing masks and redacts PII before it reaches the LLM. This pre-filtering guarantees absolute compliance with strict data frameworks like GDPR and LGPD. The second architectural layer is V8 isolate sandboxing. Requests execute inside this secure bubble, incapable of contaminating the wider system. The third layer is secure credential injection. The LLM holds no permissions. Vinkius injects the actual API keys into the tool at the last step. Keys are never exposed to the AI. The combination of automated DLP, V8 sandboxing, and secure credential injection creates a mathematically safe environment for autonomous enterprise integration. Safe execution is only part of the requirement. Enterprises also demand strict auditability for every action taken by an autonomous system. Vinkius relies on an ED 25519 logging system. Every action the agent initiates leaves a cryptographically secure audit trail. Human operators can trace this log to see exactly what action the AI fired and read the specific contextual logic behind why it made that decision. Once security and auditability are established, the next requirement for omnichannel campaigns is raw execution speed. Teams trigger automated cron jobs that interface directly with Vinkius's dedicated AWS infrastructure to process these workloads in the background. This chart tracks the latency of background workloads. Vinkius achieves cold starts executing responses in under 40 milliseconds. This ultra-low latency allows highly complex logic tasks to be processed in near real time. Cryptographically secure logs and sub-40 millisecond execution speeds provide teams the confidence to let Claude operate entirely headless, without human oversight. This theoretical architecture translates directly into high-value multi-channel marketing workflows. Consider the autonomous sales development representative. A user writes a single prompt instructing Claude to execute a daily workflow by utilizing multiple different MCPs simultaneously. This diagram outlines step 1. Claude autonomously queries the Salesforce MCP and extracts a list of leads tagged as hot who have been inactive for exactly 3 days. The AI then autonomously segments this extracted list, separating out the C-level executives based on their profile data. It executes the first action, drafting a dense, ROI-focused email tailored to executives and routes it silently via the MailChimp MCP. From the remaining list, the AI identifies the operational managers. It dictates a different approach here, sending an agile, direct message offering a 5-minute demo via the WhatsApp Business Alternative MCP. Orchestrating this multi-channel routing logic previously required expensive, brittle integration platforms. It now runs autonomously from a single prompt. The system's resilience is proven when the workflow is disrupted. A lead replies to the WhatsApp message with a direct objection regarding price. A rigid flowchart would immediately halt and return an error at this point, requiring manual human intervention to proceed. Claude performs a cognitive recalculation. It evaluates the context of the price objection, adopts an appropriate tone, and determines a mean-the-sale strategy. As shown here, Claude dynamically pulls a completely new, unprompted tool into the active conversation, the Stripe MCP, to offer a custom deal. It generates a custom checkout link and sends it without ever breaking the broader orchestration flow. The scale required to execute this logic is vast. Vinkius provides access to over 3,400 endpoints, covering economics, health, demographics, and e-commerce. Organizations access this infrastructure for $29 a month, which yields 25,000 secure requests. By supplying the bridge, the security layers, and the execution speed, Vinkius provides the definitive, scalable runtime environment required to deploy a full